Go ahead.
Okay, so good afternoon to you all. Thank you, Dr. Ismail, for giving me this opportunity to present my work online. My name is Bharat Terang. I'm from the Department of Energy, Tezpur University. I'm a PhD student. So the topic of presentation is enhancing solar irrigation with electric vehicle charging integration, a GIS-based framework. So, sorry. Is my slide changing, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so
You have the first slide already, yeah.
Okay, to introduce the topic, we know agriculture industry is a significant energy consumer, and energy is required for irrigation, transportation, and other processes. So with this regards, GIS technology provides a valuable tool for mapping the energy demands in agriculture, providing valuable information for decision makers and stakeholders. So we have two objectives, that is to conduct the spatial and temporal mapping of energy demand for solar irrigation and electric vehicle charging, and to evaluate the potential of solar photovoltaic-based systems to meet the combined demand for irrigation and electric vehicle charging. So for this purpose, we have to estimate the irrigation energy demand. We have the crop selection and planning, like date of sowing, date of harvest, the irrigation scheduling, irrigation water demand, groundwater status, like the depth and discharge, the pump power required, the crop-wise irrigation energy demand, and the solar irrigation availability. And one of the important aspects here is to utilize the excess solar electricity for electric vehicle charging in the rural areas like e-rickshaw when the solar photovoltaic pump is not operated. This is the flow chart. So we use a satellite image for doing land use, land cover classification, and we our area of interest here is the crop land. Using processing satellite image, we determine the crop land. And then these are some of the crops that crop rotation we have considered for this analysis. And this is the method we use to calculate the water requirements using a standard volumetric method. Two irrigation processes are considered. One is for rice and mustard, another for strawberry for the crops considered. And this is the flowchart to determine the pump power requirement. And that is input is the crop data, method of irrigation, duration of irrigation, water requirement. The head is one of the important factor, the discharge required. And then we select the pump size. And for the results, we have, this is the study area that is selected, the Sonitpur district of Assam. Using GIS, we have mapped this. And using land use, land cover classification, the crop area is determined for the study area. And if once we know the crop area, we can determine the irrigation energy requirement. And once the irrigation energy requirement is determined, we can also have the information of solar energy availability in the area. And using administrative boundaries like village area, the classification of cropland is attributed to the shapefiles of the villages, so that we understand each village is how much of cropland and how much is the irrigation demand, the village-wise, the energy requirement. And this is another attributes we have added, the road network. So to understand that where the electric vehicles like e-rickshaws can operate and is accessible for the cropland area where solar irrigation systems can be installed, and it is so that it is near to the road network. And we have development block-wise the solar irrigation solar energy availability. And for electric vehicle charging infrastructure design, the consideration of the local EV population can be considered. The future growth projections determine the charging points, the infrastructure. And another option is using smart grid integration, so that when solar is not available, we can draw the power from the grid, and that can be integrated for charging electric vehicles. And the grid connectivity and the backup options And as evaluation, community awareness, and engagement is one of the important factors. So to conclude, we have GIS technology enhances our understanding of energy demands in agriculture, and accessing the solar energy potential in the region reveals a promising opportunity for clean energy adoption in the region, and the integration of excess solar energy into electric vehicle charging infrastructure. Road network analysis also ensures the electric vehicle charging sites are strategically located for practical and accessible use, and the research contributes to the promotion of renewable energy adoption in agriculture. And by optimizing the energy use and promoting environmental conservation, this study aligns with broader goals of energy efficiency and sustainable in the region. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Any question to Dr. Terang? Bharat Terang? Anybody? Looks like we are all saturated. Huh?
I have one comment.
Yes, please.
Yes, today is a very good, interesting idea. Today only I read about the solar pumping. It's underutilized actually. Water pumping. It's a very good idea for EV charging.
Yes.
So that it's excellent. Today only I read about 30%, 18% Tamil Nadu has done. There are, I think the article I shared in our group.